Muted.
Good morning, everyone. Sorry about that. Again, what we'll be covering off today in our Mitchell Repair Center CarStar webinar will be a basic introduction and overview of everything. We'll take a look at the importance of dates to Repair Center and how that plays in our day-to-day life. We'll take a look at profit centers or additional services and how we can add those into Repair Center. We'll take a look at our creation of custom forms in order to help you manage your business and help you achieve other aspects of your business. We'll also be doing a final review of everything that we've covered off, and of course, a final Q&A at the end. Again, as Sin mentioned beforehand, we will be going through after each section and opening up the lines for everyone to review it and ask any questions regarding that specific section. So a quick introduction. The purpose of this webinar is to help clearly define and address the areas within Mitchell Repair Center to assist the users to effectively manage your shop. We all know that Repair Center is there to assist you, not to hinder you, but to assist you in managing your shop. And some key roles in managing your shop is one of the most important ones is your date aspects. And that is the first thing that we're going to be talking about in regards to date entry and the importance of date entry. Through this, we will be viewing our PowerPoint slides, but we will also going into a live Repair Center database. And at that point, I will be showing you some key aspects and other key functions regarding dates. So as we all know, Mitchell Repair Center is heavily driven by date entry. Why is it so important to keep up with your dates per repair order? It's basically we're going to effectively stay on top of your repairs. Date management is going to be relied upon, and it's going to feed us with a lot of information. Key identifications for the entry of dates provide the shop valuable information, and it also provides all individuals in the shop key items to watch for. By managing your dates through Repair Center, we will not only be able to improve your production and drive a sense of urgency, but will also help manage and measure your cycle times. We all know all our carriers look at cycle times. By staying on top of your dates, you're going to be able to push all that information out to your carriers and prove that you are an elite shop. Just some quick definitions in regards to our dates. We all know that there are a number of dates that happen throughout the course of the repair, and right now we would just like to cover off some key items on them. So our due-in date, of course, is our expected and arranged arrival of the vehicle to the Repair Center. We'll also take a look at our due-out date, and that's our promise date, given to the customer upon completion and pickup of that vehicle. Our arrival date is the actual date of the vehicle possession at the shop, and a lot of carriers look at the arrival date as the beginning of your cycle time. The start date is when the vehicle repairs actually start on the job. So what we want to ensure is that when that arrival date gets entered, we want to get that vehicle into production as soon as possible, and we do not want it just sitting outside on our lot. Our completion date is the date when the vehicle is completed and ready for detail and quality check. At this point in time, we want to ensure that everything is ready so we can hand that vehicle back to the customer and have it on its way. Our delivery date, obviously, is the date when the vehicle is actually taken by the customer. We're going to take a look at a couple of different areas where we can actually enter the delivery date, hopefully assisting you enter these dates in a timely manner. We're also going to take a look at the target delivery date. This is one of the sections that we want to emphasize. The date is when the shop wishes to have this repair completed by. Normally, what we want to do is have the target delivery date 1 day prior to the actual promise date to the customer. Also, the target delivery date is very key for generis reporting. So our Mitchell Repair Center live demonstration. Some key things that we want to watch out for when using our dates and the importance and the indicators that will happen for us. We can all see the Repair Center in front of you right now, and what we're looking at right away is our whiteboard. Of course, when we come across and we take a look at our due-in column, we can sort this in any way where we show the relevance from the newest to the oldest. And of course, we see key indicators or icon color codings coming through here. I just wish to review these color codings with you at this time. because these are some key indicators that can help you help manage your shop. We have our certain items here where we have our reds, our greens, there's also oranges, and our blacks. Just to quickly review, if something is in black, it means that it hasn't been affected yet and it's coming up. If we take a look at our orange color, as in the Joe Sakic job here, we can see that this car was to arrive on the 23rd, but either A, has not arrived, or B, an arrival date hasn't been set in yet. So this is kind of a key action item right away. We've scheduled this customer to come in on the 23rd, and we want to ensure that they do come in. So what we want to act on, if something does go into orange, is A, confirm, has the vehicle arrived and we haven't entered an arrival date, or B, this is a follow-up call to possibly reschedule that customer to come in so we don't lose a potential sale. If we see something in red, as in the Steve Eisman job, what we can see here is that the vehicle has arrived on property, so an arrival date was set, and at this point in time, what we want to do is get that vehicle into the shop because our cycle time has started. When we see something show up in green in the due in column, basically that means to us is that we have the vehicle in the shop and repairs have started on the job. We want to get greens in this due in column as soon as possible because we want to get those jobs on the go. In our due out column, we have some key action items as well. Right now we're on target for everything and that's what we want. If we see anything go into red, that's not a good thing. What we want to do is that we've missed our due out date, so we want to act on that right away. If we see something go into light green color, that means the job has been completed and is ready for delivery. And when it goes into the dark green color, it means that the job has been delivered and we're ready for our closing. Some key aspects when entering our dates, we have a couple of different options, as in all actions with Repair Center, and accessing different places. If we come up to our Job Dates tab, this is a global tab for us. What I mean by global tab is that we can see all the jobs in our date range within this specified date range here. Quite simply, we can sort this column and go to our specific job listings, or we can filter by also our due out dates, so we can see when the cars are due out in specific times. We can enter specific dates into this screen simply by coming over to the actual cell, clicking into it using our drop-down box, and selecting our specified date when the vehicle needs to be populated. One action that you can do on this one, if by accident you enter a date into the wrong field, simply put your cursor right on top of it. You can right-click and remove that date. Another way of entering dates is that you actually come directly on top of the job, and if you want to, you can right-click on top of it, open to, and go to the date section of a specific report. Right here we can see we have all our dates in here, and this only applies to our specific job that we have highlighted here. We can enter our dates and populate it. Now, one thing that a lot of people have concerns about is entering the delivery date. One thing that we can suggest to you is that to enter the delivery date, usually the delivery date is taking place when we are receiving payment. So what we can actually do at this point is come down on our specific job. If we are going to release the car, we can come to our Payments tab, receive our payment in, but actually we can see on this side we can actually enter our delivery date at that time. So it's starting to help us manage our dates more effectively. Again, by managing our dates, we're going to be able to generate a lot of reporting that we want to use. We're going to help our generic system kick on, and that's driven by the internal target delivery date. And also, we're going to help have key indicators throughout the course of the repair. Now, with that being said, it seems like a lot of dates need to be entered. But if we break it down, as soon as we do a conversion from an estimate into a repair order, our due-in date and our due-out date are set for us. When we get the vehicle into production, by entering the start date, by using the vehicle locations, we can actually move it into specific departments. The start date and the completed date will be entered as we move the car through the repair process. So really, the only manual entries that we need to do for our vehicles is enter in the arrival date and the delivery date. And then upon closing, we'll enter our closing date. Again, can't stress enough how important dates to Repair Center are. And also, by you staying on top of your dates, it's going to help assist you run your business. I'd like to take this moment to open up the line. Any questions that anybody has for this, please feel free to ask.
I don't know if we got to the completed dates yet, but is there a way of removing a completed date? Because in the past versions of this software, there was no way of removing that.
Removing the completed date? So you've,
yeah, let's say if you put it by error and you put completed and then you close the file, you know, is there a way of removing the completed date?
And you've already closed the repair order?
Yeah, but I mean, even if you reopen it, I've tried previously and it wasn't able to change that date.
Sorry, I just moved. Sorry, I came.
Just give me one moment here, sir, and I'll just jump into my date and take a look at entering the completion date. So on this job, what I'll do is I'll enter my completion date. And now you're saying at this point in time you wish to remove that completion date? If you put your cursor right on top of that file and right-click, you would be able to click on Remove Date.
As we offer Air Miles Reward Miles.
How about the right-click on the
your Air Miles for that
do it from the
you've earned, or even that getaway to New York City you've always dreamt about. All while we make your accident unhappen. It's just our way of saying
Does that help?
for choosing us.
Thank you.
Visit www.
No problem.